Hello and welcome to a Double Stitch Creations tutorial. Today I want to show you how to crochet into your chain. If you haven't seen my tutorial on how to do a chain stitch, please go back and watch that. Today it's about actually crocheting stitches into this chain. You'll find that most patterns you start off with a chain and then you crochet your stitches into these chains. It can be any stitch, single, half double, double, whatever the pattern requires. You just crochet along this so you can start your project. And this will be the first row of your project. Most patterns will say to you, put your stitch into second stitch from the chain at the hook. So this means here's your hook. There's this one stitch here and the second. If you were to put it into the first stitch, it would undo your work. So you want to crochet into the second when starting out. You also notice that there are like 3 little strands here. I always put my hook in so that there's 2 strands on top and 1 strand on the bottom if this is my first row. So there's your 2 loops there and 1 strand there, and then you just crochet your stitch as per usual. So you might be single crochet, and then you continue all the way down the chain doing your stitches into each of the chain stitches. So that's 1 chain stitch that we just did a single crochet into. Now we're going to do, here's the second, and 1 more to show you. Here's the third stitch, and that's how you crochet your stitches into the chain. There's one other tip I'd like to give you. You can crochet into the chain for any project just like this, but if you wanted a bit of a nicer finish or a nicer edge, particularly for blankets, I always do my first row like this so that I just have a little bit of a nicer edging. And I'll just show you this trick. Okay, so you've got your first chain here and your second. We're not crocheting into the first, we're going to crochet into the second. So second stitch from the hook, that's what that means. All right, now, so you have your 3 strands, this is the front. But if you were to turn your work a little bit, you'll see this loop here. And if you just crochet normally, you'll single crochet rather than crocheting to the front of the chain. If you crocheted into that loop at the back of your stitch, you just put your single crochet in there as normal. Or whatever stitch you need, it could be double, it can be any stitch. But if you just simply crocheted your stitches into the back of that chain, that loop at the back of your chain stitches, you will get a really nice edge for starting off your projects, particularly for blankets. So here's another one. So it's just a matter of turning your chain slightly so you can see it. So here's the front, and just turn, and there, just here is what you want to crochet into, and then you'll get this nice edge. And to me it just looks a little bit nicer than the first way that I showed you, but either way works well. So completely up to you and what project you're working on. But you'll notice that it just gives it a bit nicer finish than the first way that we did. Hope this helps. Have a great day. Bye.